Good day. Good day to Mystic Moons, from Mystic Moons. Still high in the mountains, but not that high as I was before. But still, the elevation is up there. How is everyone today? Are we at the pins and needles stage? Are we waiting for the next shoe to drop? So many things have been happening in the USA, which is where I'm broadcasting from, channeling the spirits, invoking the energy of the heavens. The question is today, is Donald J. Trump going to bomb Iran? Bomb Iran because they're not snapping, they're not listening to him. You can almost think it was a question of ego. Is it? Or is all leadership based on ego? Iran has not openly gone to war with any country in 200 years. At least that. Does anybody remember the last time Iran invaded? Whereas the United States, we all know our history. And we all know of a document called the Wolfson Doctrine, back when George W. Bush, was at the helm, not the heel, at the helm, maybe the heel of someone we don't know, or some group we do not know, but at the helm of the ship, of the captain of the ship. Now let's ask ourselves, let's cleanse the spirits. War we don't need, but does anyone care about the needs of the people? Let's cleanse the air. Is Trump planning on bombing Iran? He's threatened to. He's a man who fulfills his threats, doesn't he? He doesn't speak empty. Just like the tariffs, which we all know will passed on to the consumers, to the buyers of these products, and it will also inhibit. We'll just leave that word, inhibit. We've been told that there's going to be pain for the short term. Do we need something happening so we don't feel or hear about the pain? Consumers worldwide, and we're talking about American consumers here, first of all, are going to feel, yes, not rich people, because what's $1 or $2, $50, $100, $1,000, etc., to someone who's loaded with their companies, their countries, monies. But to people who have a fixed income, people who aren't making a lot of money, every $5 matters. But we're not exactly talking financial. We're talking about, is Donald Trump going to bomb Iran? Now, we already know that when they bombed Iraq, we all heard about Diego Garcia. It's an island. It's a U.S. base. It's a U.S. military base. Diego Garcia. Now, we all know when they bombed before, certain buildup happened at that place. Now, we know the U.S. military sent 5 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers, right? 5, you think, what is 5? But keep in mind, there's only 20 in existence. 20. And they sent 5 of them to Diego Garcia. Now let's ask ourselves let's ask the spirits. So, everyone who's listening, thank you for this is very early in the morning, but this is the way to somehow we have to get these things out. We have to ask, no matter what the time is, how can we sleep if we know there's going to be a bombing going on? So let's see. Is the United States going to bomb Iran? Is it? Is it another thing? That's not a thing. Another condition. Another tension. Why can't we live in peace? Why can't we live in harmony? Must we always be nervous, tense, running, escaping? All right. Here are 5 cards we pulled. Let's see. The first one we get, and these are all upside down. We'll turn them around. Now we have here the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. This seems almost as though bombing is a financial situation, isn't it? Bombing is a financial fallout. There's money to be made with war. Is that the only kind of money that is on the table? Seeing how they're trying to alleviate the pain, the King of Pentacles. Who would that be? That could be an unknown entity, one of the war machines, one of the war gods. The war gods. That means a war company. Lockheed Martin, maybe. Something like that. And here we have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups. It's almost like we can almost say the decision is a no-namer. The decision has been made. It's in progress. Could this be, as I mentioned, Diego Garcia, that island, the five stealth B2 stealth bombers. Each has a capacity of 25 tons of ammunition, of bombs. Or maybe, yes, 25 tons. Each one of these stealth bombers can carry 25 tons of bombs. And if there's 5, that's 125 tons. Not to mention the cargo planes, refueling tanks, aircraft carriers, etc., etc. The unholy tools. And then here we have the group, the special group. These are all affirmations. We have the King of Pentacles and we have the 8 of Cups. Is anybody walking away? Is anybody walking away because the decision is already a foregone, a conclusion? No. And then we have the Unity card. And we have the Ace of Wands, the firebomb. The firebomb. Well, we have the King of Pentacles, money to be made, lots of money to be made, and they're already in progress. And then we have the walking away, the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Cups. It's already lined up. It's already no need to even have questions. No need to consult the constituents of the countries, of the leadership involved. No need to ask the American people, do you want to? Do you want to? It's already decided with the 4 of Wands. And then we have the Ace of Wands. And at last we have the 5 of Wands. The actual chaotic scene. The chaotic scene. We have the chaos involved. We have all these leading up to it. You saw the way. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, it's already no need for discussion. It's already decided. And then we have the Unity card, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, it's a go. It's past the planning stage. They're just implementing the weapons, implementing the destination for the weapons. So Diego Garcia, which they did Diego Garcia was loaded up when they invaded Iraq. Diego Garcia was loaded up when they bombed Afghanistan. It's more recent. And then here we have the Ace of Wands. You hit it on the nail. The Ace of Wands, the fire, and the Five of Wands, the chaos. I would say yes. Unfortunately, the spirits say Trump is going to bomb Iran. Trump is going to bomb Iran. Now, let's find out the repercussions, shouldn't we? How is Iran going to sit there and just allow itself to be decimated? And the whole question is, it's almost humorous to use, it's callous to say such a word, humorous. But I mean, in an ironic situation, who has been developing for the last 20 years? There's scientists at all the top schools who has been sending their brain power to the United States, for instance. 20 years ago, what was the face of what you say? Who was the face of the people who were studying physics? Who was nuclear physics? Who were the faces of the people, material sciences? Who? A majority. Who? Well, I can tell you who from firsthand observation. The ones who were studying in this country physics, who are in their mature years. Mature, I mean full-faced manhood. Mostly men. It was all men, mostly at the schools, and it was Iranians. It was Persians. Persians consisted of a great deal of the students of material physics, learning this craft, material sciences, chemical sciences. It was not Americans, not American African Americans, not American Latinos, no, or Latins, Hispanics, however you wish to say it. They were not American white, no. They were Middle Eastern people, students that came from countries in the Middle East. And they learned their craft. They weren't stupid. Even to say, we don't want you to have the bomb. We don't want you to have nuclear weapons. When they are active participants in these endeavors, they studied them. Do you get that? They studied them. They crafted. They weren't sitting around doing OnlyFans. They weren't sitting around smoking dope, marijuana. They weren't sitting around looking for safe zones. No. They weren't sitting around trying to find feminine studies. They were doing hardcore science. Hardcore science. I once went to not once, many times, went to a meeting of which, a symposium at a well-known college. And there was not one, they were all brown faces. They were all faces of The people that were there, all 75 plus people, they were all faces of the people of that region, of the Middle East, of either Arabic or Persian or Chinese. Of course, the instructors, a percentage of them, the vast percentage, all seem to be of a certain vintage, and they all seem to have had a German accent as well as German names. Not all, but most. They were one or two Chinese physicists in the group of instructors, of professors. So it's time we really stop playing according to emotion and look at the facts. The facts. The facts. Now let's see. Are the Iranians going to simply stand there and allow themselves to be plummeted? Plummeted? Do they not have advanced technology? Of course they do. Of course they do. Saying we don't want you to have, that's just a ruse. That's just like saying tariffs are going to bring jobs. Jobs in a failing economy, jobs when one business after another is falling apart, jobs where you have jobs in a country that are having mass layoffs. Every part of this, our dear country, is shredding its labor market. Every sector, white collar, blue collar, freelance, contractors. Every part is shredding. How many were laid off yesterday? How is the stock market? What a perfect scenario to have war, to take our mind off of the success or failure of where we're going. Too much too soon? Much too soon? Now, is Iran going to sit back? What is Iran's response going to be? Iran's response going to be when they get plummeted by U.S. bombs? What will their response be? What will Iran's spirit tell me? What will Iran's response be? Are they going to just roll over and go, bah? Or are they going to fight like they haven't fought for 200 years? What shall they do? When we do, what will they do? All right. Let's see Iran's response, because how can we have a one-way reading, dear listeners? The first thing we have is the Hierophant. Well, they've already discussed what they're going to do. They said they're going to bomb every single U.S. base that they can get their ships to, their planes to. Or maybe since we have open borders for a couple of years and we know it's in it, people, not just Americans, but every country plans on having what to do if they were attacked. Iranians are not stupid. No one is really stupid, but there are provocateurs and there are rollovers. Does Iran strike you as a rollover? Strike me as somebody who says, bomb me. I love bombs. There's no such thing as love bombs. And then every country, the hero, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. Noble fight, a cause. Nothing gets you a cause more than, destroying someone's shelter, someone's home. What is that phrase? The homeland? Attack on the homeland. That gets people going. The next one we pick is the Queen of Swords. Again, the motherland, the homeland, the message. This is all very affirmative. They're not going to sit back and roll over. And could this be the start of worldwide depopulation? And here we have the three of cups. That seems like they're gonna hit back. You hit Iran, they're gonna hit back, and they already have their sleeper cells with the open migration, the open immigration to the United States. They have them in place, don't they? They have them in place. Do you think they're just sitting around eating falafels, eating halva? No, whatever they eat. No way. Uh-uh. That's the message. I would say the spirits are saying, yes, the Iranians are going to roll over and go, bah, and go, yeah, all right, we listen. No, they're not going to. They're not going to. No. We have the Hierophant. They've already planned it. They've already been planning it. We have the Hero, this Six of Wands. They're not about to roll over. They're going to hit back and hit hard. And then we have the Queen of Swords striking their homeland. That's a quake in all their hearts. That is a point they're not going to like to say, okay, we listen, we stop. And here we have the Three of Cups. These two, the Queen, not the Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords, the emotions are going to be running high. And the Page of Swords. That's all they need to start their first warfare in 200 years. All right, I'm going to say that yes, Trump is planning to bomb Iran, loading up the ammunition, getting everything in place, the tankers, the stealth bombers, the carriers, and the bombs, the ammunition is all loaded. They're all loaded. And Iran is planning on, yes, we're not going to roll over. They're not going to stop. Somehow we're on a doomsday trip, a doomsday message. We're on a path of destruction, chaos. So I would say get your house, your homes in order. It's coming. Spring. Spring. Spring is here now. It's not going to be a spring of growing. It's going to be a spring of war. Of war. Well, I'm going to end this reading. Start to prepare everyone. Thank you for listening. If you find this enlightening, if you find this a straw, the last straw, to thinking that Iran was not going to be bombed by the USA, think about it. Please leave a comment. And to my subscribers, again, thank you. And if you would like to subscribe or support this channel, please do. We have to keep clear light. We have to always pray for peace, pray for sanity, pray, wish, hope, feel. Let's not lose our humanity. So until the next time, dear listeners, I bid you adieu. See you.